Hi Terry, how are you?
Well, and you, Vivian.
Cool.
So what are you going to show us today?
Today I'm actually going to connect wirelessly to the MaxHUB screen, alright? So I'm going to show you how to connect your laptop wirelessly to the screen here. It's very, very simple. We're going to go to this MaxHUB web page here, download a software onto it, right, onto our laptop. And then from the software, from the application, we will put in this code and wirelessly present. If you don't want to do that, you also have the option of actually using a Wi-Fi dongle as well. So what that means is you can plug this into the side, and then everything sits on here, it lights up, and then you will be ready to present. When it's a solid light, you just press the button. This is actually optional extra. Yeah. Have a look.
Okay, so then if you use the dongle, you don't actually have to download the app.
Correct.
You literally just use the dongle.
Correct. And the beauty of it is, right, so within your organization, you can actually have the software in all the laptops. But if you get a guest coming in, just have a dongle for them, and they can plug that in. They don't have to connect to your network or anything and download it and have administrator problems, downloading software. You can just use that and present to them. Okay, I'm going to share my laptop wirelessly to the screen, Terry. So just for everybody, no cables, right? I'm using the MaxHUB Screen Share app, and I've connected to it. Terry?
Oh, that's so great, because these cables, it's always like, now you're in a hurry to present, and now this cable's got to go in there, and where do you plug it in? And so that's actually
and also sometimes it may be broken, and then you're like going to run around and find another cable. So very nice. I mean, yeah. And now the beauty is you get full control of your laptop. So your laptop can be at your table, and you can get full control. You can actually open up any file. You can edit it. You can open up Excel. You can edit that as well. You can have a look here. So we can open up Excel. We can do that. I'm just going to close that. Sorry. I can click on different lines here. I can do editing. I can move it around. I can even, so what's cool as well, from here, I can open up my presentation as well too shortly. So this is my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to switch it over there. You can see here, it pops up, and then we can start presenting from here. We can also edit and write over it or annotate over the presentation, right, like this. So I can select something here. I'm just going to write, hi Terry. Right, and we can continue. So we can do these type of things here in annotation mode. And then again, as I've explained previously, we can actually share it with the QR code. So all the people in the room, wherever they are in the room, they can actually scan this QR code here. Right?
And it's shared
onto their mobile devices. So you'll take your phone, absolutely.
Fantastic.
You take your phone, you scan it, and then you get it on there.
So you literally have to only bring your mobile phone to a meeting.
Correct.
You can scan the presentation and everything that's saved on there, and you've got it.
Correct.
You can also print and save it to the MaxHUB.
Absolutely.
Once you've done your annotations or changes, save it directly.
Correct. Absolutely correct, Terry. I think you're quite good at it now already, because you can actually save all this information directly onto the MaxHUB because it's got the PC. You can actually print it if it's connected on the same network as your printer. You can print all of this out and hand it out.
Fantastic.
Although the Greenpeace guys wouldn't be too happy with you because you use all the paper.
You'd rather save.
Yeah.
To the cloud.
Yeah, absolutely. So another cool feature, right? So if you don't want anyone else or anyone to get control or to lose control of the screen and just have it here, you can actually turn on and off the touch here functionality. So that means nobody can control your laptop. So if you're sitting with your laptop there, you can switch the touch on and off here. Right, and then you can't control it as well. So you can have a do not disturb mode as well. That means only you're allowed to present onto the screen as well.
Does that then mean that more people can present? Can you actually share a screen with more people sharing to it?
Absolutely, you can. Yes, so you can have multiple laptops or a combination of laptops and mobile devices connected. So you can have 4 people displayed simultaneously on the screen. Right? You can have a laptop. You can still control the laptop while you're in that little block in the quadrant here. So just to give you an idea of the quadrant, we go, so that's your quadrant here. Right. So we can have
do straight lines.
Correct. I'm trying, yeah. So we can have a PC there, an Apple device here. Right. We can have another Android device here. And we can have another PC. So we can have 4 different devices all sharing at the same time here.
Okay.
You can control only your PCs, not your mobile devices. So yes, so when you annotate, you'll annotate over the entire surface, but you can actually edit and save directly to the PC here, or you can save it back into a memory stick as well through screen. And then you can also, so you can do that, or you can actually send a QR code, scan that, and get the information as well.
Fantastic.
So that's quite cool.
And talking about the mobile phone, I actually heard that you can use the mobile phone as a remote.
Absolutely.
Which is quite useful if you're sitting down
Absolutely.
and you want to control something
That's
on
it.
the screen.
Yeah, exactly. So it actually, so this is where MaxHUB has come, to the fore, because now we don't have to have a lot of control systems and stuff to switch on, switch off stuff to control the screen. So we can take a mobile device, which I've got here, right? So I've put it into remote control mode here. So I've selected the control, I'll switch it on. And remember, that's my laptop screen, that's my laptop presenting there.
Yeah.
So now I can actually control my laptop. So I can move presentations, I have full control of my laptop. I can edit, I can do all sorts of things if I want to. You can see at the bottom here.
That is
I can select and do that. I can end presentation. So now I'll go back. Sorry, my phone's a bit small, but I will try and get to all the buttons there.
Because sometimes you also have the presenter who wants to do the talking and present, but there might be somebody helping him who might be controlling the slides.
That's it, yeah. Or if he doesn't want to stand up at the screen, he can use the remote control and sit down and do it. Yeah. So it's quite cool, very nice.
That's a very useful function.
Absolutely. Again, I have all the functions. I can still annotate over anything like this.
And you can save.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
While you're sitting with your mobile there,
yeah.
That person can actually save the file should the presenter forget or print it or whatever somebody requests.
That's it. So I'm going to end control. Right. I just want to show you. I can connect. So now the multiple devices. I'm going to bring my phone into this as well. Right. You can see straight away it shows here. So here's my phone. And there we go. Again, you mentioned the annotation over everything. So we can annotate, it takes the frame of this, you can see it picks up whenever I turn my phone. So if I do that, right, and then now we can again annotate over everything like this. So we can mirror our phone, we can send a file from our phone, we can send video with audio, and then we can also control the screen, which in turn, if our laptops are connected, control the laptop.
Yeah, that's
and then we can still write over here as well.
Now tell me, okay, that's now the audience sitting here, who can actually share their laptops or devices. But now, what if you have people dialing in and they're in a remote office? How can they share also from where they are? So
that will be through the Teams platform, right? Remember, this screen has the camera and the microphone. So in your video conferencing, through Teams, Teams allows you to share. So you'll use the Teams that you've loaded on here, and you can share content that way, back and forth. So we can share from here, and they can share as well from here. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's great for collaboration, with remote offices, because a lot of times you've got your Durban or Cape Town or overseas office.
Correct.
And your staff need to participate, presentation,
Absolutely.
sales meetings.
That's it. And here's the cool thing, if they have multiple MaxHubs, right?
Yeah.
MaxHub have developed what they call the co-whiteboard sharing, which I've demonstrated earlier, all right? So I'm just going to come out of here. So, you ask very interesting questions, actually. So you're just putting us to the test to see if we actually cover you.
You said MaxHub can do everything, so I'm really testing this now.
So the one thing we're waiting for is actually for you to make coffee.
Yeah, that would be a great extra ad.
So you can see here we get co-whiteboard sharing, right? So in co-whiteboard sharing, we can actually, if we've got another MaxHub in Durban, in Cape Town, or wherever, and they're on the same network because it's the same organization, we can share this whiteboard with them there as well, and they can share it with audio as well. So I can talk and write on the whiteboard. They can see it there, and they can write back, and we can both collaborate.
Fantastic. So you can actually, their whole collaboration, bring it together and save it as one file, and that can be emailed out to everybody who participated. Their notes, your notes, everything.
All combination. You can also, again, you can share it as well through QR code as well. So you can share that QR code as well.
And while you're talking about that, apparently you can record as well. The MaxHUB can record the whole presentation.
Absolutely.
Voice of the presenter, everything.
Absolutely, Jay, and I will show you that as well. So let me just go to the home page here. So you can see here we have this little button here. This is our navigation pane button, right? So over here we've got the home page. Here we've got all the pages that we've opened. So if we want a quick access to whatever files we've already got open in here, we can do that. So if I want to go back to the whiteboard, here I can quickly go back just by going to the navigation pane. So the navigation pane controls the screen there. I can choose that, right? And then we've got the record function here. So here we go, screen recorder, right? So if we select screen recorder, there we go. So I'm just going to move that up here so you can see that. So we can record it with the mics on. So it'll record whatever I do on the screen, right? If I move to different files, different presentations, all of that wisely connecting, we can do that. And I can record it with or without voice. So if I start recording, it'll record as well.
It will record what you do on the screen, and it records the voice of the
Correct.
presenter.
As we're speaking now, so if I'm talking to you and I'm saying, yeah, Lick, this is what we're doing today. This screen works with gestures. You know, you can do that as well.
That's fantastic for training.
Absolutely.
You know, in a training environment, you actually need to have the voice of the person presenting, and you know the notes that they're making.
Correct.
So you can do all of that even on a presentation, and record the voices of. Will it also record the voices of the participants in a conference or a boardroom?
It'll record as much as it can. Remember, the microphones will pick up 8 meters away.
8 meters.
Yeah. So 8 meter pickup. So if they speak as well, it'll all be recorded. The audible noise. So the good thing about the recording, right? So as you mentioned, with training. So sometimes training can be an entire day. So they need to take breaks in between, maybe a tea break or a lunch break. You can actually pause the recording, right? Pause it, wherever you are. Go out, come back in, and continue recording like that. So this way, so remember, when they finish, they can do a little bit of editing and bring all the videos, everything together as one, and send it out.
That's also great for if there's something off record and you don't want to record everything.
Stop.
So you just stop.
Absolutely. But here's some more cool features, right? So once we're done recording and we close the recording or we stop the recording, right, you'll see it'll save it. So firstly, it gives you the option of generating a QR code. So meaning, straight away, without even trying to save it on here, trying to email it out, you get a QR code again. So you can scan this with your phone and get the entire recording, including whatever you did on the screen, on your mobile device.
That is like just so easy.
Absolutely.
Literally, so everybody who's participating
straight away.
Just take a scan quickly, and there everything is on their phone.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You don't even have to email or whatever afterwards.
It saves them time as well. And then you can also obviously save it onto the PC here. If I've had a memory stick plugged in, I can save it onto the memory stick. So that, you know, if you have different lecturers or people coming in for meetings, they can straight away save it on here rather than the local PC or the local disk drive here.
Just so many options.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It covers everything really.
That's it. You know, they've made it as flexible as possible. MaxHUB has put a lot of R&D into it. They went out into the market, asked a lot of questions, or got a lot of feedback from end users as to what is required on the screen, and this is what they come up with. And they're continuously innovating and upgrading. Some new features as well is, you know, with the wireless connectivity, it's come a long way. So now with wireless connectivity, we can start accessing cameras and microphones as well from our laptop. So if we want to run a conference call from our laptop, we can access the cameras and mics and use our laptop for the video meeting as well.
Yes, that's really thought of everything.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And what model is this? Is this the Vogue? The MaxHUB V?
The V. So it's a MaxHUB V5 Vogue series.
Yeah.
So the Vogue is so you get 3 series. So you get the Classic series, which has a 12 megapixel camera. That's the only difference, and it doesn't have. You don't have the color combination here like this. So the Vogue.
Color combination?
This little bottom piece here. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. So with the Vogue, you get the different options of the different colors.
Oh, you can actually select the color that you prefer.
So they have a range of colors you can choose from the blues to the pinks and the whites.
And the Vogue has got a 48 megapixel?
48 megapixel camera, so
yeah.
much better camera. And then you've got the Transcend series as well, which has got the 48 megapixel camera, but is also a capacitive touchscreen, slightly different.
I wanted this in words, is that possible?
Absolutely, you can convert this to text.
But I don't think it's going to recognize my handwriting.